Advanced security.
Your new X5 sports activity vehicle is equipped with coded drive-away protection, one of the most technologically advanced anti-theft systems in the industry. Each key includes a tiny transponder which stores a random electronic code. Every time the vehicle is started, this code is changed. The next time, the vehicle can only be started if the key matches the new code.
You will have received a set of 2 remote control master keys, a valet key, and a spare to be kept in a safe place. Never store any of these keys in the vehicle. The valet key may be used to open the doors and turn on the ignition, but it cannot be used to unlock the glove compartment.
When you unlock the door of your vehicle with one of the remote control master keys, the key memory can reset the driver's seat and climate control to the positions they were in the last time that particular remote key was used. Each key's user can make several choices, and your authorized BMW SAV center will enter these preferences into key memory. For example, having the vehicle lock automatically once it's in motion, and choosing to unlock all doors at once instead of just the driver's door first. Colored decals are provided to help you identify the remote keys.
The vehicle memory allows you to store several security preferences that apply regardless of the key being used. If you prefer, you can have daytime running lights come on whenever the ignition is started. And you can have the siren chirp when the alarm system is armed or disarmed. The choice is yours. You may also select pathway lighting from the vehicle memory. To activate, simply pull the headlamp flasher turn indicator stalk towards you after turning off the vehicle. The headlights and interior lights will come on for added security as you leave the vehicle and will turn off automatically after 40 seconds.
The battery in the remote is recharged by the vehicle's ignition, so remember to use each remote control key at least once a year. There are 3 buttons on the remote: Unlock, Lock, and Tailgate. Depending on your key memory preferences, pressing the unlock button once will disarm the security system and either unlock all the doors and the tailgate or unlock only the driver's door and the fuel filler door. To unlock the rest of the doors and the tailgate, press this button a second time. To lock the vehicle and arm the security system, press the BMW logo on the remote. If on a hot day you want to open the windows and moonroof before getting in, hold down the unlock button after unlocking the vehicle. In just a few seconds, the windows and moonroof will start to open. Continue to hold the button down.
When the vehicle is locked, press the lock button to turn on the interior lights. This can help you to locate your vehicle at night. The indicator lamp under the inside rear view mirror will flash continuously when the alarm system is armed. You can activate a panic alarm by holding down the tailgate button. It's easy to deactivate by pressing the unlock button. Be sure to close the tailgate and lock the vehicle again afterwards. The alarm system includes a motion detector and a tilt sensor. If you wish to turn off these functions, press the lock button 2 times in succession.
To unlock the driver's door with the key, insert the key fully into the lock and turn it once to the left. Turn one more time to the left to release the locks on all the other doors and the tailgate. To lock the vehicle with the key, simply make one turn to the right. Turn one more time to the right to bypass the motion detector and tilt sensor. By turning the key clockwise and holding it in the lock, you can close the windows and moonroof from outside the vehicle. Great if you got out and forgot to close everything up. Never lock the vehicle with the key or the remote if someone plans to stay in the vehicle. Anyone wanting to wait in the security of the locked vehicle should press the inside lock button located on the center console. The fuel filler door remains unlocked when this button is activated, so you may wait in the vehicle with a greater feeling of security while an attendant fills the gas tank. Press this button again to unlock all doors, or pull twice on the handle of a locked door to open that door only. The other doors will stay locked.
To open the tailgate, locate the tailgate button on the remote. Press and let go. Or press the tailgate button on the dash. If the tailgate isn't locked, Press up on the rubber catch. Press the black release button and lower the tailgate. When closing up, reach into the handle recesses and pull down firmly.
If your vehicle has a built-in BMW universal transceiver, you may use it to conveniently replace up to 3 handheld transmitters for garage doors and gates. To program the transceiver, turn the ignition key to position 2. To clear the BMW universal transceiver, press and hold both outside buttons. When the indicator light flashes, release the buttons. Hold the handheld transmitter no more than 2 inches away from the BMW universal transceiver. Simultaneously press the button on the handheld transmitter and the desired button on the BMW universal transceiver. When the indicator light flashes rapidly, release the buttons.
To help prevent the engine from being started unless a private security code has been entered, turn off the vehicle and leave the key in the first position. Press the BC button. Press Code. Enter your private 4-digit code and press Set. Then turn the ignition key to position 0 and remove the key. The next time you want to turn on the ignition, turn the key until Code flashes in the display. Re-enter your code. If you make an error, press Clear and enter the correct 4-digit code. Press Set and you will be able to start the engine.
Driving comforts.
From the twin kidney grille on the hood to the badge on the tailgate at the rear, the X5 sports activity vehicle is a vehicle of substance and style.
The outside should be more like a tailored suit, which shows some respect, prestige, and also a good taste. But the inside is more like a warm heart. It should offer you personally some really good comfort, some really nice personal space where you can have visitors, you can have business colleagues traveling with you, you can have your family around, and it should be your space for you personally made.
To modify the position of the power seat, locate the large rectangular button on the side of the seat. Pushing it forward moves the seat closer to the wheel. Pulling it towards the rear moves the seat further back. The rear part of this large button controls the height of the seat. The front of the button controls the tilt of the seat cushion. Lift to tilt away from the steering wheel. Push to tilt the seat toward the steering wheel. The smaller button to the rear controls the angle of the seat back. Twist the button to recline the seat or to pull the seat back up straighter. Manually adjust the height and tilt of the headrest, making sure that the center of the headrest is positioned at ear height. Press in the button at the base, only if you find it necessary to lower the headrest to its lowest position. If your vehicle has sport seats, pull the lever under the front of the seat to adjust the thigh support. To adjust the lumbar support, locate the round switch. Press the forward arrow for firmer support. Press the rear arrow for softer support. Press the upper arrow to move the lumbar support higher up the backrest, or press the lower arrow to move the lumbar support down. Using the switch on the driver's door, push to the left for the driver's side mirror, or to the right for the passenger side mirror. Move the round adjuster switch until the mirror is in the correct place. While the vehicle is in reverse gear, the right side mirror automatically tilts down to optimize rear vision, provided that this switch is in the driver's side mirror position. If the switch is pushed to the right, this function is turned off. To reduce glare from behind when driving at night, tilt the inside rear view mirror by turning the red dial underneath. If your vehicle is equipped with automatic dimming inside and outside rear view mirrors, the mirrors will automatically darken to reduce glare at night. However, when you select reverse gear, the mirrors will lighten up for better rear vision. You'll find the stalk for adjusting the steering wheel on the lower left. Push or pull to telescopically adjust the wheel. Move the stalk up and down to modify its tilt. There's a memory system to capture 3 comprehensive settings for the driver's seat, outside mirrors, and steering wheel. Make sure the key in the ignition is turned to position 1 or 2. Press the red button located on the side of the seat. The button will light up. Then press button 1, 2, or 3. To recall your personal setting with the driver's door open or the key in position 1, simply touch the desired button. Please do not program or select a memory position while the vehicle is moving. Your owner's manual has further information. The temperature of the heated front seats can be varied for both driver and front passenger using the individual controls. Choose between high, medium, and low temperature.
To fold down the rear backrests, reach into the recess and pull on the catch to unlock the section of the backrest you wish to fold down. When you return the backrest to its upright position, ensure that it clicks into place. If your vehicle has a ski sack, pull down the rear armrest, detach the Velcro flap, and push down on the oval release button. Lower the cover and unfold the ski sack. Press up on the black button to open the cover in the cargo area. There are several attachment points for accessories that can be used to secure items in the cargo area. Ask your authorized BMW SAV center for more details. 2 power outlets are provided for automotive appliances. If your vehicle is equipped with rear seat back adjustment, press the buttons marked with arrows to straighten the seat backs for additional cargo space. The cargo cover attaches to holders in the rear.
To use the front cup holders, pull back the sliding cover in the center console. 2 cup holders for rear passengers are located at the rear of the center console. Squeeze the handle to slide the front center armrest, or to open the lower compartment, which contains a coin holder and storage for cassettes or CDs. Press the release switch to open the top compartment, which may become the location for an accessory BMW cellular telephone. Overhead, you'll find a padded compartment for storing eyeglasses. The glove compartment can be locked with the master keys, and it cannot be unlocked with the valet key. It contains a flashlight held in a charging socket, so it's always ready for use.
In vehicles with manual climate control, the dial on the right controls the air supply. The middle dial allows you to direct air to the windshield and front windows, toward the upper body, and into the footwells. Intermediate settings are possible, and in the footwell setting there is still a flow of air to the windshield and front windows. The 6 o'clock setting is recommended for normal conditions. The dial on the left controls the interior temperature. To defrost the windshield, set the center dial to the straight-up position and turn the air supply dial completely to the right. To defog the rear window, press the bottom button on the left-hand column. Above, you'll find the button for air conditioning. Above that is the air recirculation button. To avoid the possibility of fogging the windshield in damp weather, press the air conditioning button if the air recirculation function is selected. Regardless of whether your vehicle has manual or automatic climate control, use the rotary dial with red and blue markings to moderate the temperature of the airflow to your upper body. Turn toward blue for colder air or toward red for warmer air.
If your vehicle has an automatic climate control system, use the 4 switches with red and blue arrows to select separate temperature settings for driver and front passenger. When Auto appears in the display, airflow is controlled automatically. You can use the plus and minus switch marked with a fan to vary the airflow. To turn off the system, lower the driver's side fan speed all the way and press. To turn the system back on, press any of the climate control switches. To defrost the windshield and front side windows, simply press the defrost button, located at the top of the right-hand column of buttons. Below, you'll find the button for air conditioning. The bottom button on the right-hand column is for the rear window defogger. To direct airflow to the windshield, upper body, and the footwells, select any combination of the buttons on the left-hand column. Or press Auto, and the system will select air distribution automatically. To help prevent windows from fogging in cool, damp weather, press the top button, and air will be blown upward on both sides. To choose automatic air recirculation, press the air recirculation button once, and the system will recirculate filtered interior air for up to 12 minutes if an excess level of outside pollutants is detected in the environment. Or press again to choose manual air recirculation. To avoid the possibility of fogging the windshield in damp weather, press the air conditioning button if either air recirculation function is selected. Depending on your vehicle's equipment, you may also be able to activate the air recirculation from a button on the right-hand side of the multi-function steering wheel.
In hot weather, press the Max AC button to cool the interior as rapidly as possible. In cold weather, press this button after the engine has been turned off if you would like warm air to be blown into the passenger compartment during short stops on winter trips.
If your vehicle is equipped with rear passenger area climate control, turn the dial on the left to adjust the blower speed, and use the dial on the right to vary the temperature. The auxiliary ventilation system can help prevent the interior from becoming stuffy on a hot day when the vehicle is parked. After you've turned off the engine, leave the key in the first position. Make sure the ventilation outlets for the upper body are open. Press the clock button. Then, using the displayed menu, select timer 1 or 2. Then press Set. Using the plus and minus switches, input the time you'd like the automatic ventilation system to switch on. Then press Set. The system will blow microfiltered outside air into the interior for 30 minutes beginning at that time. To set a second switch on time, press the other timer button, press Set, and enter a subsequent time. Then press Set again. This is useful if you plan to be out of the vehicle for a longer period. To deactivate the function, press timer 1 or 2 until the asterisk disappears. To shut off the blower, press Vent Off or turn on the ignition.
Controls.
The X5 sports activity vehicle has a unique electronically controlled all-wheel drive system that sends 62% of the engine torque to the rear wheels and 38% to the front, true to BMW's philosophy that the rear wheels are the best driving wheels. From slick pavement to rough roads, the system can electronically shift power away from any slipping wheels and send it to the wheels that have more traction, while gently braking the slipping wheels to help them regain grip. Inside, the aim of the ergonomics specialists was to place driving controls exactly where you'd instinctively expect them to be for maximum safety and driving enjoyment.
If your vehicle has a Steptronic transmission, you have a choice of 3 driving modes: Adaptive Automatic, Sport, or Clutchless Manual. Select D for Adaptive Transmission Control, and this advanced system will electronically sense your driving style and driving situation, and respond with either sporty upshifting or more conservative upshifting. Move the lever into the MS area of the shift gate to select the Sport program. As soon as you move the lever in the plus or minus direction, you engage Manual mode. Move the selector in the plus direction to shift up through all 5 gears. Move it in the minus direction to shift down.
To operate the power moonroof, locate the overhead button. One firm tap toward the rear will open the roof all the way. Tap once on the middle button when the roof is open to go to the tilt position. One firm tap toward the front will close the roof. When the roof is closed, press the middle button, and the rear of the roof will tilt to enhance ventilation. To fully close or open any one of the vehicle's windows with one touch, press down or pull up on the window switch firmly. To partially raise or lower a window, pull up or press down on the switch lightly and keep your finger on the switch. Ensure the window area is clear before raising or lowering a window. Please use the rectangular switch to deactivate the rear power window switches whenever small children are riding in the rear. After the vehicle has been turned off, the windows can be operated until one of the front doors is opened.
To derive information from the onboard computer, press the BC button to the right of the display. Please do this only when the vehicle is stationary. The consumption button provides two fuel consumption averages. To calculate your miles per gallon, press either 1 or 2 while the engine is running. To restart the calculation, press either 1 or 2, then press Set. With the range function, you can tell approximately how far the vehicle can be driven on the fuel remaining in the tank. To program your distance, press Distance, then Set. Input your miles to your destination using buttons 1 through 0. To correct an entry, press Clear. To store the input, press Set. When you're underway, press Distance to see the distance remaining, or press Arrival to see your estimated time of arrival based on your current speed. Pressing the speed button when the engine is running gives you your average speed. To recalculate the speed, press Set. The limit function can warn you if you exceed a pre-programmed speed limit. To use, press Limit, then press Set. Enter the speed and press Set again. Afterward, if you exceed this speed, a signal will sound and Limit will appear on the display. You may deactivate this function by pressing the Limit button again. The limit will remain in memory, but the function will not be activated until you press Limit again. To reset the clock, press the clock button until the clock menu appears in the display. Press the Set button, modify the hours and minutes, then press Set again. You may select either the 12-hour clock or the 24-hour clock, which includes European date display. To reset the date, press Date, then Set. Modify the date using the menu, then press Set again. When the key is in position 0, pressing the clock button will display the time. If you wish to be reminded to switch to a news broadcast at the top of the hour, press the Memo On button. When this function is on, a sound wave symbol will appear in the display and a tone will alert you 15 seconds before the hour. Press Memo Off to turn off this function. To use the stopwatch function, press Stopwatch, then Set. To take an interim reading while the clock is running, press Stopwatch. To resume, press Stopwatch again. To stop timing, press Set. To clear, press Stopwatch. To scroll through the onboard computer functions on the instrument cluster display, simply press inward repeatedly on the left-hand steering wheel stalk that also operates the turn signals and high beams. To select the onboard computer functions you wish displayed, scroll to the blank screen. Press and hold until Program 1 is displayed. Press the buttons on the multi-information display in the order you wish the selected functions to appear. When finished, press Set. To display all functions, scroll to the blank screen. Press and hold. When Program 1 appears, press Set.
To use an optional integrated cellular phone, press the RT button on the left side of the steering wheel until telephone numbers appear in the display. Use the search buttons marked with arrows to scroll through the names and numbers you've stored. Once you've found the number, press the call button to begin your hands-free call. To raise or lower the volume, press the plus and minus switches on the left side of the steering wheel. To end the call, press the call button again. When listening to the audio system, you can use the plus and minus switches on the left side of the steering wheel to adjust the volume. Press the arrow buttons to search up and down. To fast forward or reverse a tape or CD, hold down the arrow buttons. The right side of the multifunction steering wheel is primarily devoted to cruise control. Depending on your vehicle's equipment, the only exception is the button that operates the air recirculation or optional heated steering wheel. To set the cruise control once you've reached a speed of approximately 20 miles per hour, first, turn on the system by pressing the concave button marked 10. This symbol will light up in the display. Now, tap the plus button once to register your speed. Each successive tap on the plus sign will increase your speed by 0.6 miles per hour, and holding the button down will increase speed steadily. Tapping the minus button reduces speed in 0.6 miles per hour segments, and holding the button down decreases speed steadily. To interrupt cruise control, tap the 10 button. When you're ready to resume, tap the button with the cruise control symbol. Cruise control will be interrupted automatically when you apply the brakes, depress the clutch, shift into neutral, or your speed increases beyond the selected speed by approximately 10 miles per hour for more than 30 seconds. When cruise control has been interrupted, pressing the 10 button will fully turn off the cruise control.
You'll find the windshield wiper controls on a stalk on the right side of the steering wheel. Push up one notch for intermittent wiping action, or to activate the rain sensor. The rain sensor employs an infrared LED to measure rainfall hitting the windshield. To change the intermittent wiping interval, or the sensitivity of the rain sensor, turn the wheel embedded in the stalk. In vehicles without a rain sensor, the speed of the wipers will step back a level when the vehicle comes to a rest. Move the stalk up one more notch for steady wiping at a normal speed. Move up one more notch and the wiping increases to fast. For just a quick swipe of the windshield, press the stalk down and release. One tug toward you activates the washer. On certain models, you can push in the button on the stalk for extended washing. Push the stalk away from you one notch to activate the rear wiper. With the stalk in this position, the wiper will operate intermittently. When you engage reverse gear, the wiper will automatically change to continuous wiping. Push the stalk away from you one more notch to activate the rear window washer. The selector switch for parking lights and headlights is located to the left of the steering wheel. If your vehicle is equipped with automatic headlight control, move the selector switch to the left and the system will automatically turn on or off the low beams in response to changes in ambient light levels. Your authorized BMW SAV center can program the vehicle memory so that daytime running lights come on whenever the vehicle is started and go off automatically when the vehicle is switched off. To the right is the rheostat, which controls the illumination intensity of the instrument cluster display. The fog light button is below. Press this button when the low beams or parking lights are on to make the fog lights come on. The fog lights will turn off automatically when the high beams are switched on. To turn on or off one of the interior lights, press this button briefly. Press and hold for more than 3 seconds while turning on the light if you want the light to remain off continuously. 15 minutes after the ignition key has been turned to the off position, all interior lights are switched off automatically. If your vehicle is equipped with adjustable ride height, you can vary the ride height of your vehicle. Locate the controls on the instrument panel to the left of the steering column. The LED in the middle of the controls will be lit whenever the system is in its standard setting. To increase the ground clearance of your vehicle beyond the standard setting, ensure that the engine is running and the doors are closed. Press the up arrow. Providing the vehicle is moving at less than 30 miles per hour, the LED for the raised position will flash as the system adjusts the ride height. To return to the standard setting, press the down arrow, or exceed 30 miles per hour, and the ride height will return to the standard setting automatically. You can also lower the ride height of the vehicle beyond the standard setting to make getting in and out easier. Press the down arrow. Providing the doors are closed and the vehicle is moving at less than 50 miles per hour, The LED for the access position will flash as the system prepares to adjust the ride height. Your speed must drop below 15 miles per hour within 60 seconds in order to complete the process. To return to the standard setting, press the up arrow or exceed 20 miles per hour, and the ride height will return to the standard setting automatically.
Navigation system. Despite its vast array of functions, the navigation system is very easy to use. Turning the round control knob moves the cursor. Moving the cursor over an item highlights the item, and pressing the knob selects the item. To use the BMW onboard navigation system, select GPS navigation from the menu. Read this warning carefully. Use this system only when traffic and environmental conditions permit. Pay attention to traffic laws and situations. Safe vehicle operation is the driver's responsibility. Always wear your safety belt. Press the knob to accept. To establish your preferred settings, press the menu button and select Settings. Use the control knob to make your selections. At Screen, choose between split screen or full screen display modes. With the split screen mode, your current location appears on the right, when the onboard computer display and the audio display appear on the left side of the screen. Use Clock to set the clock. Use Date to choose between two date formats and to set the date. Use Nav Volume to make navigation instructions louder or softer. Use Color Set to choose between two different background colors. You may also specify language and units of measurement for distance, fuel consumption, and temperature for the onboard computer display. Choose Memo On if you wish to be reminded to switch to a news broadcast. You will hear 3 tones just before the top of the hour. To set the time, select Clock. Press Set. The time will appear in the display. Turn the knob to adjust the time, then press to confirm. For guidance to your destination, begin by entering an address into the system. First, press the knob to select City. An alphanumeric display will appear. Turn the knob to spell the city, pressing after each letter you select. If you make a mistake, use the solid back arrow to correct it. Press once or press and hold to delete the entire entry. Turn the knob to scroll through a list of cities. Select the correct one by pressing the knob. Now, select Street and begin spelling the name of the street. Then select the correct one from the list. Select Number/intersection. Select House number and key in the number. Then select Enter, or select Intersection. And choose the correct intersection from the list. You may specify your route preference either at the beginning of the trip or partway through the journey. You will be able to choose via highway, avoid highway, fastest route, or shortest route, and avoid tolls. If you do not know the exact address, but could point to it on a map, Keep turning the control knob counterclockwise until you see Map, then press. A map will appear. Press the knob to bring up a menu and select Destination Input Map. Turn the knob until the scale is highlighted and press. Now turn the knob to adjust the scale to include your destination and press to confirm. A new map will be generated. Turn the knob to highlight one of the directional arrows. Hold in the knob to shift the map in the direction you have chosen. Release the knob. Select the scale and reduce the scale to zoom in on your destination. If necessary, use the other directional arrows and shift the map until your destination appears under the crosshairs in the center of the map. For street names to appear, you must select a scale of 1/2 mile or less. When you have selected a scale of 1/2 mile or less, select Save Destination from the menu. Verify the destination as it appears on the display and press for directions. On the Input Destination menu, turn the knob counterclockwise until you reach Last Destinations to see a list of destinations you have entered into the system. To retrieve an address, select Retrieve Address. Highlight the one you want and press. Then select Directions if you wish to begin your journey.
In 200 feet, turn right.
To delete an item, select Delete Address. Highlight the one you wish to delete and press the knob. Press again at the prompt. If you stop the vehicle before reaching your destination, the display will ask, "Continue guiding?" the next time you start the vehicle. Choose yes or no. As soon as you enter a digitized road, your directions will appear. When you select a split-screen option, the estimated time of arrival and the distance to your destination appear in the lower right of the display. A route map appears on the left side of the display and a turn-by-turn display on the right. On the upper right of the map, you will see an arrow pointing in the direction of your destination. Right above the graphic, you'll see the distance to your next turn. When you're on a digitized road, the display will show the upcoming road configuration, such as a turn or an exit ramp. The name of the roadway you'll be turning onto will be displayed as you approach the turn. At the bottom is the name of the road you're currently on.
In 800 feet, turn right.
Turn or press the knob for the menu, which will remain up briefly and can be generated later by turning or pressing the knob again. Input Destination is used for changing the information you have already given the computer. If you turn the knob clockwise, Terminate Guidance will appear. Press the knob to select. If you choose Instruction, you'll hear the most recent direction repeated, or you'll receive the next instruction if it's within 1/4 of a mile.
At the end of the road, turn right.
If you wish to mute the voice, press and hold the control knob. Touch the knob again to reactivate the voice. You can also make other selections from this menu. If you have selected the full screen display mode, select Route Map from the menu to see your route on a map. In a few moments, a map will appear. The distance to your destination and the distance to the next turn will appear in the upper right. Your vehicle location will be indicated by a blue triangle in a circle, your route as a white line, and your destination as a white target symbol. To alter the scale, turn the knob to adjust the scale. Street names will appear on maps with a scale of 1/2 mile or less. The top of the map is usually north, but when the scale is 1/2 mile or less, you may position the map in the direction the vehicle is traveling. Touch the knob to reveal the menu and select Map Positioning. Then choose Travel Direction. Select the back arrow if you wish to change from the map display to the turn-by-turn display. If you encounter a traffic jam or construction, you may select New Route and request a new route for up to 10 miles. Anytime New Route turns gray, it is in calculation mode. Please allow the system to calculate your new route before making any more menu choices. Once the system has finished calculating, New Route will turn white. You may store your current position in the address book, for example, before you leave on your journey. On the Input Destination menu, keep turning the knob counterclockwise until you reach Address Book. Then press to select. Now select Memorize Vehicle Position. Spell a name for the location if desired. Highlight Enter and press. To include frequently used destinations in the address book, select Enter Address and enter the street, city, and name of the location using the method explained in the Destination Input section of this program. Highlight Enter and press. When finished, highlight Enter and press in order to store the entry in the address book. To retrieve an address from the address book, select Retrieve Address, highlight the one you want, and press. Then select Directions if you wish to begin your journey. However, the BMW onboard navigation system can only provide directions to addresses that are available on the map DVD being used. To delete an item from the address book, select Delete Address, highlight the one you wish to delete, and press the knob. Press again at the prompt. To determine your current location, on the Input Destination menu, keep turning the knob counterclockwise until you reach Map and press to select. Touch the knob to reveal the menu and select Destination Input Map. Select Position, and your current position is indicated by the crosshairs on the map. On the Input Destination menu, keep turning the knob counterclockwise until you reach Information and press to select. For an extraordinary source of information, select Info on Destination. Choose a category, and either use the alphanumeric display to spell the name or scroll through the listing. Info on Location also provides helpful information. Choose a category. And in moments, the nearest locations will appear in ascending order of distance from your current position. Select one. Now press the knob to reveal the menu. Select Activate if you'd like the BMW onboard navigation system to guide you to this destination, and select Directions. All points of interest that you select, such as gas stations, restaurants, and banks, will be represented by icons on the route map when the scale is 2.5 miles or less. Other useful features in the information menu include Info on Country, Route List, and Input Position. Route List allows you to preview the segments in the route calculated by the system. Input Position is only used to correct your position if required after the vehicle has been shipped from one location to another. To adjust the volume, first ensure that the radio volume is at an ideal level. Then, with the radio on or off, press the menu button and select Settings. followed by Navigation Volume on the Settings menu. Press the control knob to activate and turn the knob to adjust the volume. Listen to the voice,
Softer. Softer. Louder.
to find the right level. Then press to confirm. To turn the monitor off, press the menu button and select Monitor Off. You will still be able to hear the instructions provided by the BMW onboard navigation system. You may turn on the monitor again by pressing the menu button or the rotary knob. When help is needed, select Emergency on the menu or telephone display. The longitude and latitude coordinates for your exact location will appear, along with your current street location if you are on a digitized road. Select Emergency again for police, fire, accident, or medical help, or Assist for BMW roadside assistance. Your vehicle's vehicle identification number and your current position will be transmitted to the BMW Emergency Call Roadside Assistance Service Center. Voice contact will be established to determine your safety and the type of emergency.
BMW Assist, you require police, fire, or medical emergency services.
If your vehicle is equipped with the optional BMW navigation system, it is important to make an acquaintance call to the BMW Service Center soon after delivery in order to create a confidential consumer profile containing vital information that will be required in an emergency. To activate the telephone using the onboard monitor, press the menu button and select Telephone. To dial a non-stored number, use the knob to select the digits in the number you wish to dial, pressing after each selection to confirm. Use the back arrow to make a correction. Press once to erase the last digit or hold to erase the entire number. Once you have entered the number, select the phone symbol on the display, or press the call button on the steering wheel or the phone button next to the monitor. You may also look up a number in your personal directory. Select Top 8 for the 8 most frequently dialed numbers, or select Last Dialed to see the 10 most recently dialed numbers. Info will display the signal strength and call duration. To implement a private 4-digit security code, turn off the vehicle and leave the key in the first position. Select Code from the onboard navigation system menu. Turn the knob to input the first digit in your personal code, then press to confirm. Do this for all 4 digits. Then turn the ignition key to position 0 and remove the key. The next time you want to start the vehicle, turn the key to position 1. Re-enter your private code. If you make an error, highlight Change and press. Use the knob to confirm or correct each digit in the code once again. Then press to deactivate the security code. When code has been activated, the engine cannot be started. If the code is re-entered incorrectly 3 times, or there are 3 attempts to start the vehicle without re-entering the code, an alarm will sound for 30 seconds. Follow the emergency deactivation procedure outlined in the owner's manual. There's also a function to pre-ventilate the vehicle during warm weather. After you turn off the engine, and with the key in the first position, select Auxiliary Ventilation on the menu. Select Timer 1. Use the control knob to specify the time that you'd like the automatic ventilation system to switch on. A red fan symbol on the instrument panel will light up. The system will operate for 30 minutes beginning at the specified time. To set a second switch-on time, select Timer 2 and follow the same procedure. To cancel a preset time, select the box with the check mark and press the knob to deselect it. To pre-ventilate the vehicle immediately, instead of entering a time, turn the key to position 1. Select Auxiliary Ventilation and then remove the key. To derive information from the onboard computer, begin by pressing the menu button. Then select Onboard Computer. To calculate your distance and arrival time, select Distance. Press the knob again and use the control knob to input the distance to your destination. Your expected arrival time will be calculated automatically based on current driving conditions. With the range function, you can tell approximately how far the vehicle can be driven on the fuel remaining in the tank. To start and reset the stopwatch, select Timer and the forward arrow. To stop the timer, select the square. You may also obtain an interim time with tenths of a second without interrupting the stopwatch by selecting the pause symbol. Select Return to exit. To calculate your average speed, select Average Speed. To begin a new calculation, press the knob and select Recalculate. To calculate your average fuel consumption, select either Consumption 1 or 2. Choose Recalculate to begin a new calculation. To input a speed limit warning, make sure the ignition key is turned to position 1 or 2. Select Limit, followed by the circle. Turn the knob to specify the speed, then press to activate. To turn off Limit, select Limit and choose Switch Off. Then select the return symbol. Limit will remain in memory, but will not be activated until you choose Switch On again. From ignition key position 1 on up, by pressing inward on the turn signal stalk, you may call up the computer readings on the instrument cluster display. To select only a few of these functions, press and hold the stalk until the Program display appears on the monitor. Highlight and press the control knob to exclude any functions you do not wish to see on the instrument cluster display. Select Memorize and press the control knob to program the system. To switch on the radio, push in the radio knob. The orange indicator will be illuminated. When the radio is on, press the transfer button when you wish to switch between the onboard navigation system display and the audio system display. Press the mode button to switch between radio, tape, and CD changer if installed. Press FM or AM to access 6 AM1 or 6 FM1 stations. Press again to access 6 AM Auto Store or 6 FM2 stations. Press FM again for 6 FM Auto Store stations. To automatically capture up to 6 of the strongest local AM and FM stations, such as when you're on a long-distance trip, select either AM or FM. Continue to hold the key down until Auto Store appears in the display. When the sound returns, the Auto Store function is complete. To store your favorite stations, press and hold one of the numbered preset buttons until the sound returns. To automatically search for the next station, press the arrow switch on the radio panel or steering wheel in either direction. Press the Select button once to reveal a further range of search functions. M allows you to search for a station manually. Press the control knob to choose M, then press the arrow switch or use the rotary knob until you reach the station you desire. Scan allows you to sample stations. Press the arrow switch to begin. Then press Select again when you find a station that you like. Then either press the Select button or turn the knob to move to the next setting. Select Search Sensitive to scan all radio stations. Tap the arrow switch to search. Search Non-Sensitive allows you to sample stations with strong broadcast signals. To activate the radio data broadcasting, press the Info key. Use the control knob to select RDS. Press to confirm. Now, whenever you tune in an RDS station, its name will be displayed automatically. If you select PTY and press to confirm, the program type will appear briefly. Press the Tone button to access the bass, treble, fader, and balance. Press the control knob to select one. Alter each setting by pressing the arrow switch or turning the control knob. Press to confirm. Then, either press Tone again or turn the knob to move to the next setting. If you prefer all settings to be in the center position, press Tone and hold until all settings have moved to the center position on the display. On models with a cassette player, press the Eject button to reveal the cassette player. Press the Mode button to switch between tape and the radio or an optional CD changer. Press the arrow switch on the radio panel or steering wheel to search tracks. Press and hold to fast forward or rewind. The small arrow button allows you to switch from one side of a tape to the other. To activate the optional digital sound processor, turn on the radio, then press the menu button. Select DSP. If the DSP is off, press to switch on. Select Memo, then choose one of the preset programs, Concert Hall, Jazz Club, or Cathedral to suit the music you are listening to. Or select Memory 1, 2, or 3 to store your own personal settings. For example, highlight Memo 1 and Set. Using the control knob, select and adjust one of the frequencies. Press to store the setting. Use the same procedure to adjust the other frequencies. Select the return symbol. Adjust the room size or echo level. Select the return symbol to exit. To hear a demonstration of the digital sound processor, highlight and press Demo.
Audio and telephone.
The X5 sports activity vehicle can accelerate from 0 to 60 in under 7.5 seconds and clock a lap of the grueling North Circuit of the Nürburgring in under 9.5 minutes. A vehicle this fast needs to slip through the wind, so BMW went to extraordinary lengths to reduce wind noise and ensure a low drag coefficient. The result? Incredible performance and a quiet interior, perfect for enjoying the rich sound of the 10-speaker audio system.
To turn on or off the radio, push in the volume control knob. You may also turn on the radio by pressing the audio switch on the right-hand side of the multi-information display. Use the audio switch to change between the onboard computer display and the audio display. Press FM or AM to access 6 FM1 or 6 AM1 stations. Press again to access 6 FM2 or 6 AM2 auto store stations. Press FM again for 6 FM auto store stations. To automatically capture up to 6 of the strongest local AM and FM stations, such as when you're on a long-distance trip, select either AM or FM. Continue to hold the key down until Auto Store appears in the display. When the sound returns, the Auto Store function is complete. To store your favorite stations, press and hold one of the numbered preset buttons until the sound returns. To automatically search for the next station, press the arrow switches in either direction, or use the arrow buttons on the multifunction steering wheel. To search manually for a station, press the M button, then press the arrow switches to move up and down the band. To scan each station briefly, press SC, and when you find one you like, press SC again. Your BMW radio is equipped to display FM station names and program types where available. To activate the radio data broadcasting, press the RDS key. Now, whenever you tune in an RDS station, its name will be displayed automatically. When you press PTY, the program type will appear briefly. Hold down the key until you see PTY Auto if you'd like the program type to be displayed briefly every time you select an FM station. To cancel the automatic display, hold down the key until you see PTY Man. To adjust bass, treble, fader, and balance, begin by pressing the Tone button. Use the switches to adjust each setting. Or press Flat if you prefer all settings to be in the center position. On certain models, you'll find individual switches for bass, treble, fader, and balance in the upper control panel. Press once to view the current setting, then use the switches to modify the setting.
Depending on your vehicle's equipment, you may be able to adjust the level of compensation for increased noise at higher speeds. Hold the Tone button until speed volume appears in the display. The higher the level you select, the more the volume will increase at higher speeds.
When you insert a cassette, the tape menu appears in the display. Press the button on the far right to switch between radio, tape, and CD if installed. Press the arrow switches on either side of the M to move ahead to the next selection or to return to the beginning of the current selection. Press and hold the arrow switches or press twice rapidly to activate fast forward or rewind. Touch the arrow switch to stop. Press the Dolby Noise Reduction button to match the recording you are playing, either B or C, or to turn the Dolby off. On models with an in-dash CD player, press the button on the far right to switch between radio and CD. No disc means the slot is empty. Insert the disc with the label facing up. When the CD is playing, the track number appears in the display. Touch either arrow switch to search. Press M and hold down the switch to fast forward or reverse. Press SC to scan tracks. And press again when you have reached the desired track. Press the RND button to play tracks at random. Press again to stop random play.
The digital sound processor allows you to select from 3 preset listening environments or create your own settings. First, press the DSP button. To customize your own acoustic environments, press memory 1, 2, or 3. Then press the Set button. Adjustment scales for echo, room, and equalizer will appear on the display. When you selected echo, use the plus and minus switches to move echo levels up or down. To adjust the equalizer, press EQU. To raise or lower the frequency bands, select a frequency and adjust it. Press room, and then adjust the room size. Press the upward-facing arrow to store the setting you've created. To cancel DSP, press off. A selection of BMW's cellular telephones is available from your authorized BMW SAV center, including portable models integrated into the multi-information display, the instrument cluster display, and the steering wheel. Press Tel or the RT button to select a telephone. The red light on the display indicates cellular operation is not possible. The green light is illuminated when a connection is made. Please see your cellular phone owner's manual for further information.
Safety first.
If being in the command position behind the leather-wrapped steering wheel of the X5 sports activity vehicle inspires a feeling of well-being and confidence, it's no surprise. The safety engineer's aim was to do more than meet minimum regulations. The X5 SAV incorporates BMW's unique systematic approach to safety, fully integrated road safety technology.
First of all, the basis is to have an excellent structure, body structure. So we have a unibody structure which allows us much better than a frame structure to absorb the high energy in an impact.
The X5's ability to help absorb harmful energy in a frontal impact before it reaches the occupant compartment was simulated by computer and subjected to extensive crash testing. The X5 SAV has advanced restraint systems, including the BMW head protection system, the first of its kind designed to help protect the head in severe side impacts. There are smart front airbags designed to deploy at different rates of force, depending on the severity of the impact and whether safety belts are in use. There are front side airbags as well as optional rear side airbags and the rear head protection system. In a severe crash, the BMW impact sensor unlocks any doors that have been locked with the inside central lock button and turns on the interior lights and hazard flashers. In emergency braking situations, dynamic brake control can accelerate and reinforce the buildup of brake pressure to help minimize braking distances. In critical cornering or evasive maneuvers, dynamic stability control can adjust power and braking to individual wheels to enhance stability. This flashing light in the instrument cluster indicates that the system has detected a potential loss of grip and is working to help stabilize the vehicle. You can turn dynamic stability control off via the DSC switch on the console, but it will be reactivated the next time you press the button or the next time the vehicle is started. To remind you that the system is off, this light will glow steadily. If it stays on under any other circumstances, see your authorized BMW Sports Activity Vehicle Service Department. Hill descent control can help you maintain a slow speed on steep descents. Press the HDC button. The system will activate below 25 miles per hour, and the indicator lamp will flash to indicate that the system is operating. You may override the system by accelerating or braking at any time. To turn off HDC, press the HDC button again or accelerate beyond approximately 35 miles per hour. Park distance control employs ultrasonic sensors in the front and rear bumpers to warn you of the distance between your vehicle and other objects to help make parking in tight spaces easier and safer. This system automatically turns itself on when reverse gear is selected. It can also be turned on or off by pressing the PDC switch on the center console.
A chime will sound and a warning will appear in the display if the temperature dips to approximately 37 degrees. Alerting you to potentially slippery road surfaces. The height of the safety belts on the right and left sides of the vehicle should be adjusted for correct fit. Simply pinch the anchor to slide it up or down. In order to pull out the center rear safety belt, the large portion of the rear seat back must be locked into its upright position. All passenger safety belts are equipped with automatic locking retractors for installation of child restraint seats. To use, pull the safety belt all the way out and let it retract a little. Install the seat following the seat manufacturer's directions. Engage the buckle and tighten the belt. Rear-facing child restraints should not be installed in the front seat. Children should sit in the rear and, depending on age, use either a child restraint system or the safety belts. Remove the plastic caps to snap in certain models of child restraint. Attachment points are provided behind the rear seat for tether straps. There is a child safety lock on each of the rear doors. Press hard to move the lever down. Now the door can be opened from the outside only.
General maintenance.
The creators of the X5 sports activity vehicle employed highly advanced computer technology to enable them to visualize the finished vehicle long before it was produced. Their aim? Excellent reliability and quality. Even the precision of the robots in the body shop was simulated by computer at BMW's Research and Innovation Center in Munich, Germany, years before series production of the X5 SAV began in Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Many of the systems in your vehicle check themselves automatically. This is why when you start your vehicle, several warning lights in the instrument cluster display come on briefly and then go out. If any of these lights stay on or come on while you are driving, please stop immediately and check your owner's manual. And be sure to consult your authorized BMW SAV service department. Check Control will display warnings on startup. High-priority warnings, such as low engine oil pressure, will stay on, but lower-priority warnings, such as washer fluid low, can be extinguished by pressing the Check Control button that protrudes from the instrument cluster. The service interval indicator, located in the instrument cluster, displays your vehicle's maintenance needs based on your actual usage of the vehicle. Each time you start the vehicle, the service interval indicator lights up temporarily. There are 5 green lights, and service is due only when the green lights have all been extinguished one by one and the yellow display lights up. The words oil service or inspection will also appear, telling you which service is required. When the red light comes on, your vehicle is overdue for service. However, BMW recommends that the oil be changed at least once a year. Remember to use only BMW high-performance synthetic oil. Check the sticker in your engine compartment for details. Your new vehicle holds 18.5 gallons of fuel. Use the range function in your onboard computer to monitor miles on remaining fuel. This warning light will come on when less than 3 gallons of fuel remain in reserve.
To open the fuel filler door when it's unlocked, simply push in lightly. In the event of an electrical fault, locate the button with the fuel pump symbol in the cargo area side panel and pull. To release the tailgate in the event of an electrical fault, remove the plastic plug from inside the cargo area and pull toward the interior. In the unlikely event that you have a flat tire, your first option is to call upon BMW roadside assistance, using the toll-free number on your roadside assistance card. If you decide to change the tire yourself, we suggest you consult the owner's manual at the scene. We'll show you now where the items you'll need can be found. The spare wheel is under the floor of the cargo area. The jack, lug wrench, and 2 wheel chocks are located close to the spare wheel.
If you have to jump-start your vehicle, we suggest you call BMW roadside assistance. If you decide to jump-start the vehicle yourself, you will find the battery terminals under the hood. The battery itself is located underneath the spare wheel. To lift the hood, pull up on the lever on the far left side of the driver footwell. Then lift the safety catch extending from the grille in order to raise the hood. To jumpstart your vehicle, connect the positive terminal of the helper car to the positive terminal located under this plastic cover in your vehicle's engine compartment. Next, connect the negative jumper cable to a chassis ground on both vehicles. Start your vehicle and let it run. Before disconnecting the cables, set the blower to the highest speed and turn on the headlights and rear window defogger. Then disconnect the negative terminal on your vehicle first.
Even the most well-made, reliable vehicle may someday need roadside assistance. Should this happen, BMW's Roadside Assistance Program is ready to provide towing, lockout service, on-site assistance, and even trip interruption benefits 24 hours a day anywhere in the U.S., Canada, and Puerto Rico every day of the year. Coverage is provided for the duration of the new vehicle limited warranty and for a nominal fee may be extended for as long as you wish. Should the vehicle ever need to be towed, it is recommended that a flatbed be used whenever possible. For other types of towing, please consult your owner's manual. To ensure that taking delivery of your X5 sports activity vehicle is the beginning of a long and satisfying relationship, your new vehicle is covered by a 4-year, 50,000-mile bumper-to-bumper new vehicle limited warranty and a 6-year warranty with no mileage limitation against rust and corrosion perforation. The BMW Full Maintenance Program covers all recommended scheduled maintenance, including engine oil service and applicable inspections, and provides for replacement of specific wear and tear items when necessary for the first 48 months or 50,000 miles, whichever occurs first.
Your X5 sports activity vehicle is at home on virtually all roads. But before driving on unpaved roads, take a moment to learn some basic techniques and become familiar with the capabilities of your vehicle. Follow sensible and safe guidelines at all times. The advanced safety technologies in your X5 SAV should not be taken lightly. Always wear safety belts. When traveling on unpaved roads, be prepared for changes in the surface that would affect traction. For example, deep accumulations of gravel or loose stones. Adapt your speed to the road conditions. The more adverse the surface is, the slower the vehicle's speed should be. You might hear the advanced electronic systems activating and see the DSC light flashing in the instrument cluster. When going over rough roads, grip the steering wheel firmly on the outside of the rim, keeping your thumbs clear of the spokes. A sudden kickback from the road surface could cause injury. It's important to plan your route. Watch out for obstacles that could damage the undercarriage. When the road looks too rough, find another route. Pay attention to clearance on the sides, overhead, and under the vehicle. If part of the route looks questionable, take a moment to get out and investigate before continuing. Be careful to prevent the body from bottoming or becoming high-centered on hill crests or bumpy roads, for example. The clearance under your vehicle is 7 inches. Approach an uphill slope slowly and make sure that no part of the vehicle touches before the front wheels do. This is called the approach angle. Drive slowly and make sure that the departure angle allows the rear to clear completely too. When cresting a hill, if you are likely to lose sight of the road ahead, it is important to use another reference, for example, a fence post running parallel to the driver's side of the vehicle. When going down a hill at less than 25 miles per hour, you may press the HDC button and hill descent control will gently apply the brakes, helping you maintain a slow speed. The green light in the button will flash to indicate that the system is working, and you may hear the ABS system operating. At the bottom, proceed as road conditions permit. Before going through water, it's good practice to check the depth and nature of the bottom, as obstacles could be hidden. Make sure it is firm and clear of debris, and that the water is not deeper than 20 inches. Drive at a steady walking speed and do not stop. When leaving water, apply light pressure to the brakes to help dry them out, providing that it is safe to do this. If you encounter a rutted road, Drive cautiously and try to stay within the ruts. Afterward, take a moment to check the inside of the wheels for any mud that may have become lodged. Survey the undercarriage for any debris or damage, and look at the tires. Examine the brake rotors and calipers for any accumulations of dirt which could influence braking performance. And providing it is safe to do so, apply the brake gently to help clean the rotors. Accessories.
Your authorized BMW Sports Activity Vehicle Center has a wide variety of original SAV accessories and lifestyle items. Vehicle covers, wheels, cargo nets, organizers, shirts, jackets, and much more. So contact your authorized BMW SAV Center for more information and display your enthusiasm for your magnificent new X5 Sports Activity Vehicle.